All right, what do I need to end my statement with?
Therefore, M is my midpoint.
What does midpoint mean? What is the definition of midpoint? What is the definition of midpoint?
Okay, midpoint.
Point that divides the segment
Point divides the segment
into two congruent halves. So what are my two congruent halves going to be? AM is congruent to what? BM or MB, that's the same thing. Alright, so I want to get to a point where I can say AM is congruent to BM. Alright, and then I would be able to say that M is the midpoint of AB, and the reason would be by definition of midpoint.
Wait, all heard that.
You said by definition of midpoint?
Yeah, human beings.
Alright? Okay, so we want to be able to say this. How are we going to get to the point where we can say that AM is congruent to BM? Alright, look. We cannot use the fact that they are congruent until the very end. So we cannot look at this triangle and use side, side, side because that's one of the sides. Alright? So we can't use that until we know it's true. What are some things that we can use? What are some things that we do know are true?
Isn't CD?
No, we don't know that yet.
Is CD congruent? Is CD congruent to CD?
Sure. Okay, so that's true. What else can we say is true? AC is congruent to BC. Is that true?
By definition of radius.
What else? All right, so what have we said so far? Let's look at that. We've said that CD is congruent to itself. All right. We've said that AC is congruent to BC. And then what else have we said?
AD is congruent to BD.
AD
Yes, ma'am.
is congruent to BD. All right, so these are the triangles that we're looking at. We're looking at triangle ACD, right?
Yes.
And we're looking at triangle BCD. What can you tell me about those two triangles?
ACD is congruent to BCD by what's it, CPFC?
Triangle ACD is congruent to triangle what?
BCD.
BCD?
Yes.
By what reason?
I'm not gonna say CPCFC.
It's not CPCFC because we don't have congruent figures yet. Axiom 2.
Axiom 2. Oh yeah, axiom 2. Okay, so is this the one that we use axiom 3 on?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to find it.
All right. So now that we've said that these two triangles are congruent, all right. Can you tell me the corresponding parts that are congruent?
AC is congruent to BC.
All right. We already said that.
That's two.
What other corresponding parts that we haven't already stated?
We can't say AM is congruent.
No, we don't know that yet, huh? All right, look, we have the green triangle that's congruent to the blue triangle. Okay, everybody good with that? By axiom 2. We listed side congruent to side, second side congruent to second side, third side congruent to third side. So we use axiom 2, side, side, side. Okay, now by CPCFC, there are 3 other things about these two triangles that's congruent. Angles. Angles.
Are you gonna type that?
You know you want to put this.
I already taped it.
I mean, you know you want to put.
I heard that, Brent.